Welcome to Steve Draws. I'm Steven de Groot, Dutch artist, and I'm really interested in the history of animation. And now I found this book, which is called Animated Cartoons, and it's written by E.G. Lutz. And this was published in 1920, and probably Walt Disney also borrowed it at the library, to learn animation. And a lot of animators from that era had this as their handbook, just to learn how to do animation. This is the original book of animated cartoons, how they are made, their origin and development, written by Edwin G. Lutz, published by New York Charles Scribner Sons. This is a later copy from 1925. The book was originally published in 1920. You can download a free PDF or ebook at the Internet Archive. I'll leave a link below this video. This book was published at a time that most of the animation was done on paper, so each drawing, including the backgrounds, had to be drawn for each frame. A great sample of that is Gertie the Dinosaur from Winsor McCay. The author of the book, Edwin G. Lutz, was an illustrator and animator. Lutz was associated with Max Fleischer. He also worked with Barre Bauer Studio in Fordham and Mr. Jacob from Leventhal, prior to June 1918. The story of Old Glory appears to be the only film Lutz produced himself. The film has been lost. All of his knowledge he gathered in his fourth book, Animated Cartoons. The book is divided in 11 chapters. It shows the history of animation with illustrated samples of the Faraday wheel, a phenakistoscope, the magic lantern, and early beginnings of animation with the zoetrope, the praxinoscope, and the kineograph or flipbook. In detail, he explains the genesis of motion pictures and how movie cameras work, from the pictures of Muybridge of walking animals and how they were brought into motion with a motoscope, to the invention of a movie camera and projector. At the time the book was published, animated cartoons were being filmed at 1 foot per second. Each foot had 16 frames. For an animated cartoon, it was typical to use half of a reel, which was 500 feet. That would result in a cartoon about 8.3 minutes. And would require 8,000 frames of artwork. Lutz came up with the methodology to have the lowest possible number of drawings to make a cartoon. He shows pictures of how to build a light table with 2 registration packs to hold the drawings in place. When you start animating, the sheets of paper remain in place and the light that shines through shows you the drawing you did before. He also explains the use of cells to draw the characters on. Cells were invented in 1914 by Earl Hurd. Now you could animate the characters on cells and have the backgrounds underneath. To save time, you could make a cell of the body of a character and only animate the arms on a new cell layer. For filming the background and cells, he shows how to make an animation table with a glass frame to press down the cells onto the paper to avoid shadows. In the next chapter he explains the use of cutouts and takes a plane as a sample. For animating characters, all the limbs would be cut out separately and held together with pins. Chapter 5 shows walk cycles of humans. Step by step he shows how to do a walk cycle with a stick figure. I've imported the individual drawings in Procreate and made animated cycles of the animations to see them in action. The quick walk, a shortcut for animating the legs. They are similar, you only need to change the front and the back leg. Throughout the book he numbers the drawings with numbers. The plus numbers are the opposite side of the limbs. How to animate a run in perspective, a quick walk, a mechanical walk, a lively walk, and walking seen from above. Chapter 6 shows the locomotion of animals. He took the photographs of Muybridge and applied them in his drawings of animal walks. A trotting horse, an elephant walk, a comic duck walk, a running cow, a walking lion and dog. He also shows how to animate objects like a waving flag, water and smoke, among other things. Needless to say, this book was an eye-opener for many artists and changed the professionalism of animation for good. Shortly after animated cartoons was published in 1920, Walt Disney borrowed the book from his local library in Kansas City. Production shortcuts that were proposed in animated cartoons were appealing to keep costs down. It's well documented that this book greatly influenced Walt Disney, and that he and his team of animators used the book as a guide in Disney's studio Laugh-O-Grams. If you want to learn more about Edwin G. Lutz, his career and other books he published, go to the site. It's made by Frank F. Lutz, the second cousin of Edwin G. Lutz. I'll leave a link below this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want me to do more videos like this about old books, please let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, because each time I upload a new video, you get a notification. Drawing is fun and practice makes perfect. See you next time. Doodles!